Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Reddit Raisins. Today's video is on r/am I the bad hole. Before the video starts, please press the like and subscribe button below for more videos. Let's continue with the video. Am I the bad hole for telling my mom to not have any more kids? I, 16F, live with my parents and 11 siblings. I am the fourth kid, and the ages range from 20 to 1. We live in a 4-bedroom house, but it is so cramped with everyone in bunks and no privacy. My parents also put most of the responsibility of the younger kids on us, while they lay down and watch TV. True, they can have their breaks, but they take them so often that I don't really get to be a teenager. Last night, after my mom told me to, but J+A3, to bed, I told her to do it herself as I need to study. She said that it is my responsibility as an older child. I lost my temper and told her that she can't take care of her 12 kids as it is, and that she should give up her dream of 15 children because she's depriving the younger ones of a better life. Am I the bad hole? TL. Doctor, my mom has 12 kids and wants 15. And I lost my temper and said that she shouldn't have any more because she can't take care of all of them as it is. Not the bad hole. Her dream is only doable with you and the other older kids acting as secondary parents. You need to put your foot down and refuse to take on that role. Maybe then she will realize her dream is not only not doable, but is affecting the quality of life of the kids she already has. Exactly. We will never get to travel or take up a sport. Info, you're 16. Do you have a part-time job outside the home? I work part-time at McDonald's to save for college. This is great news. Hopefully your paychecks are going into a bank account that is just yours and not shared with your parents. Don't just save for college, but for your missed travel and sport experiences. It won't be too late to enjoy them in young adulthood. Go away to college, like another state, where you can't be guilted into coming back home regularly. Resist any arguments that community college and living at home for the first 2 years is the smartest plan. This may be true for many students, but not you. Take out loans to do it. If you have to, it will be worth breaking free. I'm concerned that your 20-year-old sibling still lives at home and don't want you to follow in their footsteps. Do it not just for yourself, but to show your younger siblings that having an independent life is possible. The eldest, L, is home from college because of Corona. She was the instigator of fights when we were younger, but being forced to be at home 24/7 is getting to her, and I think she's realized how much she wants to get away. I have my own bank account that is controlled only by me, and I want to show the younger ones that you can have a family where all the kids get equal attention and love. My aunt, who mostly raised me, and your parents want even more children. Holy cow. I'm so sorry the caretaking is getting dumped on you and your similar age siblings, and find it difficult to imagine what your home life is like. You're definitely not the bad hole to feel the way you do or to have said what you said. If your mom and dad can't take care of the humans they are creating, then obviously they shouldn't create more humans. JFC, your family is huge. It's big enough that I'm surprised TLC hasn't started filming you as another reality show. Not the bad hole. Your parents want 15 kids in a 4-bedroom house? What the duck? My mom has had that dream ever since she was young, and she has quite a strong personality. Some terrible advice. Tell your mom it's a uterus, not a clown car. She's going to have a bunch of kids who don't want anything to do with her after they move out. She actually has some favorites, and then she'll guilt trip the rest. Guilt is like Monopoly money. It's worthless when you decide not to play the game. That's a great phrase, but then you're punished for not playing the game. What kind of dream is that? It doesn't make sense. Hell, being a pirate king, or even wiping out half of the universe, make more sense as a dream than having 15 children. Teacher, what do you want to be when you grow up, Susan? Susan, a queen ant. T, a what now? S, a queen ant. I want to live in a small, confined space and have lots of babies, and then sit around all the time having more babies that the older babies can take care of, so I'll have a whole colony of babies to take care of me. That's wow, okay. Even if it was a 20-bedroom house, 15 kids is a bit too much. I'm not so sure bit is the word that describes this situation. Not the bad hole. Making older children take on a parent at the bad hole role is abuse. I'm so sorry. I hope you're able to get out of there soon. It's called parentification, if you'd like to research. Thanks for the new word. This all looks like destructive and narcissistic parentification. According to me, freshly minted expert from reading Wikipedia lol. Close bracket. No, but really thanks for new word. Close bracket. I just went down a rabbit hole learning that term LMAO. Thank you. I've just researched this, and it will be a great topic to bring up in the talk that I will be having with them soon. You should take time to write down your thoughts collectively so that you have what you want to say laid out when you go to talk to her. Bring it with you when you go talk to her if you would like to. I think it's helpful for me at least, because in the heat of the moment sometimes I'll forget what I want to say, or I'll get skittish and tone my feelings down to not offend, because I'm a people pleaser. This is a situation in which you need to be assertive. Put your foot down. Of course. That's great advice. Making older children take on a parent at the bad hole role is abuse. This was my childhood. I was the oldest of 6 kids and was forced to take care of my siblings, plus cook all the meals and do laundry and help all my siblings with their homework. I wasn't allowed to do any extracurricular activities, hang out with friends, or even have sleepovers. It ducking sucked. I moved out when I was 15 and my sister, 1 year younger, was forced to take on my role. She didn't talk to me for years afterwards because she blamed me for her losing her teenage freedom. Why she blamed me and not our parents I'll never know. I relate to this on the other side. I was the youngest of 5 and my siblings were kind of all jointly made to take care of me. My dad died almost 20 years ago and they still harbor disdain for me because they were forced to take care of me as if it was my fault. I wish they would direct their resentment toward my father and in a lot of ways my mom, though that's an entirely different story, who forced them into being parent at the bad hole figures for me in the first place. Sorry you're dealing with sibling issues too. Why she blamed me and not our parents I'll never know. Bet you anything that, as soon as you left your parents told her to blame you when she complained about how unfair it was for her to lose her freedom. If Karnat were here you could go to prom, but nobody will be able to watch the kids that night. I know it's unfair, blame her, or I know you wanted to do that sport, but Karnat left, and you need to take up her slack. So no, you can't make that much of a time commitment. That's what was told to my friend's younger sister when my friend left and quit raising her younger siblings. Her younger sister still hasn't seen the parents' manipulation for what it was. Not the bad hole. So what's your plan when you're an adult? In your case I'd say that at 16 I think it's important to start a plan for getting out of there and doing your own thing. My passion is interior design, but I'll probably go to medical school and become a child psychologist. I do have a part-time job at McDonald's, and I have saved up birthday money for quite a long time. I do love my siblings, but I plan on moving out as soon as possible. Right now, I'm not in a serious relationship, but if I ever am, my maximum is 2 kids. I want them to be able to do sports and travel, all the things that I wasn't able to do as a child. I'd suggest being open to changing career plans, especially once you start college. You never know what new field you might fall in love with. That being said, are your savings secured somehow in a way that your parents can't get to them? I'm not accusing them of anything, but you have a lot of younger siblings, and from the sounds of it, your parents aren't exactly rich. Just be careful to protect your money/exit plan, in case your parents try taking it to force you to stay around longer to care for your siblings. You deserve better than that. Yes, my money is stored in an account only accessible to me, and you are correct in the assumption that we are not rich. They are definitely not paying for me to go to college, so I'm keeping my grades as high as possible in hopes of a scholarship. Not the bad hole. I'm the first of 10. Basically raised 6 kids myself before graduating high school, all while trying to pass my AP exams and get into a good college. You're not the bad hole. And remember that when you leave that place, you don't owe those people anything. No more of that your responsibility as the oldest bullshit point. I'm so glad to hear that. I can definitely relate, because education is really my only way out of the situation. I want my future kids, maximum 2, to be able to travel and do sports and have a normal childhood. Just a little warning from my experience, my siblings turned into little shits after I left, and that was the most heartbreaking part. Totally stopped all hygiene practices. Blew up huge from a lack of proper nutrition. No manners or consideration for others. Just little assholes that are miserable to be around. Showed me just how much I really did for those kids, and made it even harder to distance myself. Just sharing my experience. I wish I had known in advance. That's going to be the hardest part about leaving. I'm most concerned about the troublemakers, J plus A plus S. They are 3, 3, and 8, respectively. They try their hardest to make trouble. However, I have some great younger siblings too that will certainly make sure they behave. Not the bad hole. 15. That's an oddly specific number. Tell her 12 is better. It's divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12, and if humans didn't have 10 fingers, you bet we'd be counting to 12 instead of 10, because what's 1/3 of 10? Nothing as nice as 4. The number theoretic advantage, the bad hole edges of 12 over 15 are off the charts. Serious. That weird numerical obsession of hers is a disservice to real life human beings. She needs to get over herself. I'll make sure to use that in my argument tonight, haha. Is it legal to have so many kids with so few bedrooms? I thought there was some kind of minimum standard, and I wouldn't have thought 4 kids per room would meet it, especially if they are mixed sex. But I may be thinking of foster situations. Currently, all of us are living at home, which has led to some interesting sleeping situations. My parents sleep in one room, and there is an older boys' room, older girls' room, and young kids' room. There are 7 boys and 5 girls, and in the rooms there are 4 boys, then 4 girls, and 4 little kids of mixed gender. I actually don't know about the minimum standard, or if there is one. So typically the fair housing law can't mandate how many people can live in one house, but they recommend something like 70 square feet per person per bedroom. I don't know how big the bedrooms are, but that house just sounds too cramped. Info: do your parents have one of the smaller rooms? Thankfully, yes. They have the smallest room. I don't know how many SQFT per person, but at least we all have our own beds. They should have some of the younger ones sleep between them, as to avoid future pregnancies. Not the bad hole. It is your parents' job to parent, and it's your job to be a kid. Yes, you can help out BC, you have a large family, but it does not mean for you to do basically all the parenting. If possible, once this coronavirus restrictions end, I would try to be out of the house as much as possible, i.e. your job, library, etc. Info 1. What does your dad say to this? 2. Have you ever told your parents how you feel? Also, have any of your older siblings and the ones that take on responsibility for the younger kids said anything to your parents as a whole? I think it's important you sit them down and explain to them. Bonus points if your siblings who are impacted join in, what the implications are, and what will happen when you guys are off to college and being adults. My dad fully supports my mom, because she has a strong personality, and he was lonely growing up. When I was younger I complained, but I was told that it was my duty, because I was older than them. The older guys are divided in opinions. Some, like me, feel that it is only our job to a small extent, and that they are the parents. Others feel that we owe it to them for raising us. I think that once the original 4 leave the house, our parents are going to either A, realize that they need to take responsibility, or B, which is more likely, put responsibility on the next eldest. Your mom is just an incubator at this point. FFS not the bad hole. Thank you for watching. If you have any interesting stories, Please leave them down in the comment section below. I will be posting daily. See you tomorrow. Take care and stay safe.